Hey everybody, how are you doing? Good morning. Can you see me? Can you hear me? All the rest of the stuff, I don't want to take anything for granted because sometimes I forget to turn my microphone on, but it looks like everything's going okay. How's everyone doing? Hello. Majagua. I know I've talked to you before about how to pronounce, and I've totally forgotten how to pronounce. I'm just going to call you Mash. Eclectic Camel, hello. And also hello to Dr. Claw and Notable Joe. What are you notable for, Joe? And let's see here. Oh, actually, I can just say hello to everybody because I can see everybody who's here right now. Hello, A.G. Fox, Bear Gorilla, B. Travis, Drapsnat, Dr. Claw, Duck of Death, Ezra, Feldfan, Julian Palmbop, Kelster, Kitten Rescue. I'm not gonna mangle your name again. Notable Joe, Pekka, 2018. Pinta Chan, Primary Guy, Retsum, Robo Hubby, Stream Elements. Oh, that's not actually a stream. Boy, I was watching. You know how Ruel turned on that Nightbot thing? Boy, that Nightbot is a total jerk. I was going to say something a bit more blue, but yeah, we really have to calm that thing down when Ruel is running the Nightbot. It's okay. They can post a link at Nightbot. It's going to be okay. You don't have to chew them out for it. Jeez. Anyway, Victory BHG, Watinel, and Wookie786. Welcome to the stream, everybody, and welcome to anybody who showed up in the brief second that I did not refresh that list of everybody who's here. Mahagua. Alrighty, cool. Mahagua. Mahagua. Just trying to get it stuck in my head. Mahagua. If I was Mahagua. Game sommelier. A request from Victory BHG for a game sommelier. Should I do that now or should I wait till next week? Because the month of November we're doing two R&Rs back to back. Next week, we'll be doing the Fun Again Top 10. And it's interesting because Fun Again is going to be doing a Black Friday sale. And they are actually going to send us a list of what all their discounted prices are for the sale before the sale goes live. So if you catch us live next week, you will know before the rest of the world what the 10 best games are for whatever their Cyber Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever sale is. And then the week after that, we're being sponsored by a new manufacturer of, I think, customized board game bags. So they're going to send me a sample, and so they're launching. And so we're going to be having two R&Rs over the next few weeks. So while I could fulfill your game sommelier request right now, Goblin, I know you're going to be here next week. So I think I will go on ahead and wait for Ruel to show up. Although, yeah, I'm definitely going to wait for Ruel to show up because that's a tough one. Let's see. And interesting. Two game sommeliers. Those are both excellent. Those are going to be, we're going to hit those right out of the gate next week when Ruel is back. Speaking of Ruel, after I'm done today playing this and unboxing some of all that for you, you'll definitely want to stick around because we're going to raid right into Ruel at 2 o'clock Pacific time because he is going to be doing a live stream of Fit to Print, which of course just launched on Kickstarter today. And this morning I put up my run-through of the turn-based game, Amy and Maggie's run-through of the real-time two-player game. I don't know what mode Ruel is going to play it in. I'm assuming it's going to be in the a solo run through, but I'm kind of hoping he actually demos the solo puzzle mode because I'm really curious. And if he does the puzzle mode, he could actually play with the audience. The audience could help him solve the puzzle. But I don't know. So that's what's happening later today. Mahagua! And in the meantime, we gotta get working on some of this stuff. Because honestly, I have not played this solo yet. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. My intent is I'm actually gonna be filming a run through like normal. We'll play up to a certain point, and I'll say, and then folks, and you get the idea. And if you want some final, fit the links, go to the final thoughts. But then my intention is, depending on time, to keep playing it and finish a game that only you folks who actually showed up live will get to see played all the way through, unlike my regular run-throughs. because I love you all and I appreciate your support. Okay, so, all right. Oh, and thank you, Bear Gorilla, for subscribing just this very second with Prime. That's very kind. It cost you nothing, Gorilla, and soon your little avatar will show up down there and you can start hugging people and customizing yourself and, starting fights with people and all of that. And, of course, because you're a subscriber, you can get the secret exclusive video that I tell everybody about every month. What is the one I'm doing this month for subscribers? What was it? Where's my list? We're in November, aren't we? November. Oh, Mandala Stones. If you ever want to see me and Jen play through an entire game of Mandala Stones, if you're a subscriber to the show and you whisper to me, I will send you a link so you can see that, because that's not a video that will ever be made available publicly. It's only for people who financially support the show. Let's see. Thank you, Rarenorb, for resubscribing as well. And, oh, yeah, and also, Bear Gorilla, if you want some Rahdo merch, you can get a discount on that by geek mailing me. And there's some other bonuses, too. It's all listed down below. But thank you very much. I really try to make, for people who do support the show, make it worthwhile, not just give you some extra avatars. I think you get some emotes, too. Alrighty. Yes, and Eclectic Camel, Mandala Stones is fantastic. Jen loved that thing to pieces. It was one of her favorite games we played that month. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would rather play it over Azul, quite frankly. That, which is strong words, I know, but it was really, really good. And if you want to see why, well, hey, if you're a subscriber, whisper me now, and I will send you that link, and you can watch that later on today. Okay. Let's see here. What is going on? All right. Oh, Mahagua likes my former... Oh, yeah. Yeah, just showing enough gameplay to get the idea across. The reality is, the reason that I long ago decided, you know what, it is ill-advised for me to play all the way through a game when I'm doing a run-through, is because the longer I go, the more mistakes I make, as my brain starts breaking down, as I'm trying, because, of course, games implicitly, most games, good games, get more complex and tougher as the game goes on, and you have more and more possibilities. You're trying to pull more things together. So at the same time that the game is getting harder, I am getting more mentally fatigued because I've been going longer and longer trying to strategize for two people at the same time, while also trying to make sure I'm showing everything about the game. So the longer I go, the worse it gets, and the more Paolo, my goof correction guy, just rips me apart and says, you should stop. I mean, boy, he really read me the riot act for Discordia, because he said, you could have easily stopped 20. And sadly, at this point, my internet connection died, and I had to go reboot the router, which took a little bit, but everything got back on track, and let's continue. Back, folks. It says we're back. It says I'm back live. Sorry for that. It's not reporting on any kind of bit rate yet, but fingers crossed. I'll be right back. Let's see, I guess I could just go to Twitch myself and see what's happening, can't I? Twitch.tv/Rahdo runs through and see if I see me. It looks like I do see me. And, okay, I'm not buffering anymore. So, I think we're good to go. I think. But everybody, sound off. Let me know if I've lost all of you. If anybody's still here. Or if I have to do something else now. I mean, do I have to actually stop this stream and restart it? Let me go back to Twitch. So I just saw myself, but I don't know if that was me actually seeing from earlier. All right. No, okay, I'm not. All right, that didn't work. Apparently. Or am I live? Am I Memorex? No, okay, it's working. Phew. Alrighty. Okay, yes. Hey, everybody. Sound off, 1, 2. Sound off, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully, it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. Although, no, okay, actually, my network error is now off. It's not reporting what my bitrate is yet, but fingers crossed. Okay. Right, so folks, hopefully that was the beginning and ending of our technical difficulties. So you are about to vote on what you would like to see most unboxed amongst all this stuff. While I am creating the vote, the poll, what to open. Right, what are they? They are Shake That City, Starship Captains, Monolith, Time of Empires. Oh no, can I only make 5? I can only make 5. Oh no. Oh dear. And I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. I have to admit, the ones I am personally least interested in are Flamecraft and Endless Winter, because I've already done run-throughs for those. I mean, people can see that stuff, and I mean, all you're going to see is, oh, look, how pretty are the miniatures. All of these other things are completely brand new. Some of them you will probably never see on my channel except for today. So, okay, I'm going to executive decision it. Sorry, Flamecraft. I do look forward to playing you some more. And sorry, Endless Winter. It's going to be these. All right, Time of Empires and Trudvang Legends. All right, folks. Suddenly, the choices just got a lot less. Okay, so before I start the voting, or actually, no, you can change your vote while we're voting, can't you? All righty then. Let's just go on ahead and start the 2-minute poll. There we go. And here is the deal. Trudvang Legends, Cool Mini or Not sent this to me without actually talking to me, and if they had, I would have said, you don't have to send this to me. This is not something I'd really want to cover. I asked Shay if, hey, do you want me to mail it down to you, even though it's incredibly heavy? And he says, no, I'm way too busy with my own channel. So, if I open this today, it will then go into a pile of all the games that are going to the Dice Tower West library. So, I'm sure it has pretty miniatures just from Cool Mini or Not, but I won't be able to tell you anything about what actually happens in this game. On the other hand, Shake That City, the latest thing from AEG. I love this game. Jen and I have played this a half a dozen times since we got it the other day. If you pick this one, I'll open it up. I'll show you the contents. This has got to be the coolest gimmick in board gaming since the wheels from Zulk and the Mayan calendar. That is not hyperbole. And so if you want me to open this up, I'll open it. I'll show you the incredibly cool gadget for shaking the city, and I'll even play around just so you can see what it's like. I'm going to do a run-through for it eventually. Starship Captains, hey, it's Star Trek in board game form without any kind of licensing issues at all from Czech Games Edition. I'm excited about this. Don't know much about it, so this will be mostly just looking at the miniatures too. Monolith is the other thing that, now this came from Cool Mini or Not, and even though I hadn't asked about it, I am definitely interested in this because it's all about 3D block tower building. But of everything, folks, this is the one. This is from Pearl Games, one of the greatest, most unsung board game design publishers in the world. This is a real-time civilization game. This is, I can't think of what's the really popular one. I can't think of anything now. But, this is Civilizations in real time, although it does have a turn-based component, and I've actually read the rules for this. So if we open this one, I'll be able to tell you how it works. And as far as I know, there is no information about this anywhere. So, and I guess the voting is done. So what did you choose? I really should have told you all that before the voting, shouldn't I? Let's see. What did you choose? Where is it? How do I open this thing? I need to see everything. Oh, I double-click it. There we go. Oh, no! Oh, see, I made a terrible mistake. I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. I should have told you folks up front. This is the one you wanted to see. This is the one. You can't get information about this anywhere else. I literally read the rules for you this morning. But unfortunately, there was only 10 seconds left on the vote when I actually told you why this is by far the most important thing here. But I was a freaking idiot, wasn't I? So too bad, so sad. Right, so you didn't want to see Monolith. I mean, this one, I'm sure this is going to be neat. I'm excited about this, but I'm not that heartbroken. Let's see. So Starship was number 1. Shake That City was number 2. Trudvang was number 3. Alrighty. Well, let's go to Captains. Righty. And... I said your name 50,000 times and I still... Magajwa. I was singing it and I'm forgetting your name. Maj. I'm just going to call you Maj. Majagwa. Why is this so hard? What does the word mean? Oh, and hey, I just saw screen flicker. Urgh. Alrighty, well, you know what that means, folks. To minimize the screen flicker, I've already killed everything else, right? I don't have Skype running, don't have Discord running. I'm actually going to kill Windows Explorer to try and minimize those glitches. All right, which means I just have to resort to alt-tabbing between things as necessary. Do. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why did I save the best for last? It's like, I know there's a song about it. You always save the best for last. But that was an idiotic thing to do. In task. Windows Explorer, are you gone? I think you're gone. Alrighty. And now, in task manager. Okay, hopefully that will... All right, we're doing 2 unboxings, but it's your first and your second choice. And your first choice was Starship Captains. And your second choice was Shake That City. Let's do Shake That City first, because it's an easy one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pearl. I totally failed you. Pearl. Oh, what the heck? Thundergriff Games? Hey, Thundergriff. Hey. Folks, we just got rated by a party of 36. Should we run the vote again so that the 36 people... We just finished the vote for what I'm about to unbox. I think so. Let's run the vote one more time. Okay, folks. But before the vote happens, I'm going to tell you what these are. Because you're going to pick 2 of these for me to unbox. And after we're done with unboxing, then I am going to do a live playthrough of this. It's Orleans the Rollin' Right. It's freaking awesome. With a couple of tweaks, with an expansion, I could see this replacing Orleans for me someday, quite frankly. But I'll worry about that later. So, you're going to vote on these 5 bad boys and girls. So, we've got Monolith and Trudvang. These both came... unannounced from Cool Mini or Not. This is it looks like if I unbox it, you'll get to see the cool big 3D tiles that we stack up. I don't know much about this. There's almost no information about it anywhere. It looks, the box cover looks pretty. Looks like, oh yeah, you can't see it. There's engravings on these cubes. So I'm sure this will look neat. I'll try to build a little monolith, but I'm not actually I don't know much about it. Trudvang Legends, this one, Cool Mini or Not sent it to me without actually asking if I wanted it, and if they had, I would have said, you don't need to send it. I don't want it. It's not my kind of game. And so, if we open this today and look at the miniatures, because that's what it's going to be, miniatures, I can't really tell you anything about this game, it's going to the Dice Tower West Board Game Convention Library, so people will be able to play it and enjoy it there. That's what happens to all the games that leave my collection. So, if you want me to open this, you're going to get to see some miniatures. Now this one, let me tell you, you want me to open this. This has got the coolest new board game gadget, this shaker, since the wheels of Zolkin the Mayan calendar. Jen and I, we played this game a half a dozen times since it came in. I love this game so much, I'll even show you a round of how it works. If you vote on Shake That City. Then... Time of Empires. This is the latest game from Pearl Games, one of the greatest board game publishers of all time. And normally they only publish their own stuff, but this was so good from a couple of new designers, they decided we have to put this out here. This is a big 4X civilization style game in real time. Although, it does have an option to play not real-time if you want to play it turn-based. And I read the rules for this morning. It looks really, really cool. I have yet to open it. If we open this is going to be some of the first information about this game anywhere on the planet, quite frankly. And I'm super excited about this. This is one of my most excited games. I mean, here's the deal. I hate games with player versus player. This game has player versus player, attacking each other, and I'm incredibly excited to play it. So that's Time of Empires. And then finally, we've got Starship Captains, which is Czech Games Edition, basically doing their own version of Star Trek. I don't know much about it yet. I'm very excited. I am going to be doing a run-through of this with Kimberly later in the month, so we can certainly open it up and look at all the Star Trek Next Generation styling type stuff. So, that's what you're voting on, folks. I now have to create that poll again, and I apologize, everybody, for... who have already voted once, but hey, we have to let everybody vote, right? It's very important. How can I, right, so I need to end the old poll, couldn't end the old poll, right? I don't need that. I need to delete the poll. I just need to create a new poll, please. All right, let me refresh the page. Oh man, why is everything failing? All right, there we go. New poll. What to open? All right. Okay. Starship captains. Time of empires. Shake that city. Trudvang legends. Monolith with a Y. And it's not where you think. Which is a She-Hulk quote, which probably most people don't get. Alrighty, you have 2 minutes, folks, to choose. And now you can make an informed decision, because when I started running the vote last time, I did not give people enough time to actually make informed decisions, because by the time I'd explained everything, the vote was over and people didn't know what they were voting for. Alrighty. Oh no, Code Naga. How many points did you put on the last? Oh, I didn't even think of that. I am a terrible monster. Oh no. Oh. Well, I don't think you can choose two, but the two highest ones that get the most votes are what I'm gonna box 2 of those 5 things. Oh, Code. Oh, Naga. That's a very good point. I did not even. Hey, I'm still learning. We're flying by the seat of our pants. Everything's happening today. Let's see. So how is the voting going? I should put in my own vote, of course. And I cannot use bits or anything like that, or channel points. Let's see. Oh, Starship Captains is still winning. Wow. Okay. Well, personally, I am. Wow. Okay. Fully informed. It looks like we are going to have a repeat. Oh, by the way, folks, this isn't the only vote today. If you are a citizen of the United States and you haven't done so yet, please try to make time to vote today, if you can. Whatever your political affiliation, exercise your civic duty. I've done it. Of course, I live in Washington State, where it's incredibly easy to, early vote by mail. I did it weeks ago, and but still. That's the beginning and end of greater world voting. We're just focused on this vote, which is coming down to the wire, and it looks like it's going to be the exact same result. But hey, the people have truly made an informed decision now, and heck, I'm sure I will be covering Time of Legend in December anyway, so people will get to see it then. It's okay. Good job, Bing, voting today. Alrighty. Literally nothing changed, although Time of Empires made a slightly stronger dent this time. Okay, let's get out those, let's make it so. Let's engage, shall we? Alrighty, let me get the overhead camera. Boop, which is looking at the green screen, but now here it is over here. Boopity boop boop boop. Alright, don't need the keyboard for this. I do not understand why people use knives to rip cellophane off. It just comes right off. Okay, what have we got? Show me what you got. We have got little crew members, and I'm going to assume 4 different player colors, or maybe the different colors represent the different, what do you call them? The different departments they're in. Let's see. It looks like I see a little man, I see a lady saluting. I see a. Oh, this is an alien. Clearly, with that big head. So it looks like there's several different designs to the miniatures. And it looks like they come in 4 colors. There we go. There's another one carrying a book or a pad or a notebook or some such. Somebody just hanging around, just looking for trouble. And what have we got over here? Oh, we've got some other stuff. Whee. Oh, hey, hello. Oh, okay. So these remind me very much of Tweaky and Dr. Theopolis from the old 80s Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Beady, beady, beady. Hey, Buck. And we have a bunch of rings, which looks like, I'm going to assume, does this mean you're stunned? I don't know, but obviously these must be some kind of status marker for crew members if you have to put those rings on them. Did I mention, folks, I did all of my advanced research to be able to talk about Time of Legends today. That's the one I was able to go into detail about all the rules. This one, I know nothing about. So it's a voyage of discovery as we go. Alrighty, here's the Kniffy. Alright, and what have we got here? Alrighty, it looks like some missions to escort the ambassador. Engage in trade negotiations, have an arena battle, dun 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 dun. Distress call, trade emotion chips. Okay, come on. Trading emotion chips. This is so wearing its Trek on its sleeve. Bounty hunting. Oh, that's a little Don't see many bounty hunting in Star Trek, but shady deals aplenty. Also some honest deals. Exploring underwater ruins. Oil and crumpets. What is this? Oh, because you're having tea with a robot. So what does this remind you of, folks? Good tea. Nice house. Hopefully there's somebody that gets that quote. Alrighty. Anti-time anomaly. Prototype shellcraft. These are really nice looking cards. I have no idea what these missions mean, but obviously they are a bunch of different missions we can take. Okay. Sentient slime. Urgent repair. Oh. And most importantly, pet for the Admiral. When I set this game up for Jen, I suspect I'm going to have to try and put that near the top of the deck to make Jen happy, because that will make her squeal with joy. So there's a whole bunch more of these missions. They look like they're all unique. And then we've got, looks like some maybe helper characters. Teddy, TK404, Sandra Fixit, Ambassador Zrzok, and then a couple of things that are just two-sided. So Dems to cards. Alrighty, what else have we got? We've got some player aids. It tells you that. And it also tells you that. What is a round overview? A round overview is on your turn, you activate a room or complete a mission. Sounds simple. I'm looking forward to trying it. Alrighty, big old instruction manual. It actually feels pretty thick, but decent kerning, so it's it's not too dense. I hope, since this is from CGE, I hope this rulebook was written by Vlada, because whenever he writes a rulebook, it's always hilarious. Alrighty, we've got some things to keep track of cards that are in play. Looks like there's a few of them. We've got some punch boards. I don't know what these are. I don't know. We've got some kind of big alien armada with a lot of little alien ships chasing us. These must be ones for individual players. Okay, and now here are the starships. Everybody gets a starship, right? Wait a minute. Are these dual layer? What is going on here? What is it? Oh my gosh, it is! We have dual layer boards! Boom! So all your crew slot in quite nicely. Oh, that's just going to be nice. And it looks like they probably are down here and they go into a queue before they can get activated. I don't know. I haven't played the game, but I'm betting it's something like that, and this just feels nice. Where did those crew members go? Alrighty, they're all just hanging out in 10 forward, although it's not 10 forward since it's not in the front. And then they can just slide into these different steps and ultimately slide into these and, man their positions or whatever. That looks pretty nice. And, yeah, that's obviously, I guess Paramount cannot actually, wait, there's more things. There's all these punch-out spots, too. Are these spots where you slip in your upgrades for the ship? I would assume so. You'd think Paramount would actually somehow be able to get some kind of copyright infringement for the idea of nacelles and all that. But I'm not complaining. I like Star Trek. Okay. And it looks like, oh yeah, more stuff, more ships. Another bad guy alien ship. Oh my gosh, and some more cards. Little tiny cards. Alrighty, let's take a look at those. Let's not cut our finger off while we're at it. Alrighty. What have we got here? Show me what you got. Yes, these are obviously wormhole generators, regen drives. I'm assuming we ultimately end up earning these and upgrading our ship and playing them in front of us on those little things we had, and they give all kinds of special abilities. I'm not seeing any duplicate ones so far. It looks like there's a bunch of these. A whole boatload of them. Tons and tons. And, and then looks like these are not upgrades. These are something else. These are like captain's log sort of things, maybe. Or maybe some other kind of alternate mission. I'm not sure. And then, are these special player powers? Like crowdsourcing, routine maintenance? Or are these like personal missions? I'm not quite sure. Again, I thought this game had already been covered so far and wide that nobody was going to vote for it, quite frankly. And this is interesting. These are all... Or, let's see. Are these all two-sided? Nope, I'm not quite sure what they are. But they are things as well. So there are those cards also. Whee! And I think that's it, right? There's some paper, some plastic bags, another ship of another color. Oh, another card that slipped through. And so, folks, that's Starship Captains. I don't know if you feel more educated about it, but certainly an unboxing is really just only supposed to give you an idea of what the components are like, right? Surely we achieved that. And I do like the art. I do like, just at a casual glance, I was starting to see all kinds of little in-jokes for people in the know, and that is cool. Now, I'm going to do my Eric Martin thing, and let's see here. Slide them all off, whee, back into the box. And I'll worry about cleaning it all up later. All right, so that was number 1. And number 2, shake that city, which is what we're going to do now. Back to the overhead. Okay, now, I've already opened this, folks. As soon as it came in, I was so excited. I do not know the designers, Mads and Kara, but AEG, when they make small little, what do you call them? Tiny towns, Calico level style games, I am interested. And this one, Jen and I have fallen hard in love with it. So here's the deal. Everybody has a 2-side board. You have the intro one, or you have the beachfront property, which is a little bit more advanced. And by the way, I should say, this is a prototype. It doesn't look like it, but this is a prototype, so this is not necessarily final look. This is a scoring reminder reminding you how streets and shops and, what are they? Houses, factories, and parks, how they score, and how many of them there are in the shaker if you're trying to count cubes and try to figure out what's coming up next. And there's 2 sides of it that match the 2 different scorings of these. So there's 2 of those to hand out. There is a ginormous bag of tiles of the 5 types I just said. And I'm sure some people will have them all nice and neat in individual piles, but I just dumped them all out here because what we're trying to do over the course of 15 rounds is build a city. You want, you want your residences next to the beach, but you don't want residences next to each other because you want to have more individual exclusive little residential neighborhoods. If you make them big, you're losing out on points. The shops, they can, if they are in the more exclusive district, they're worth more points, but that means you've got to get them connected to the rest of the city via a series of roads. You have to do that. Factories, you don't want them next to houses, as you might imagine. So there's, basically, it's summed up here what all the different rules are for the ways of scoring. But here's the way the game works, folks. This is the coolest thing ever. So what you do is, every round, you shake, 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 shake that city. Oh, shoot. And I have not shaked my city in this room. There we go. Oh, shoot. Of course. This would happen right when I'm live. All right, so these, you can see they, I was shaking by literally dragging it on the ground, which meant it was rolling on the, you pick it up and you shake it a little bit like this. The rubber bands are just to hold it in place. So I've shaked it and I push, I release, and boom. Oh, black ones came out. You can't quite see the black ones, but there are 2 black cubes here. A perfect little encapsulation of what we need to do. Now, in turn order, whoever's the lead player, whoever shook the city, says, okay, well, I'm going to pick all the grays, and I'm going to build roads exactly in this pattern. And you might say, oh, I definitely want to do this, because that's a lot of roads. But I have to do them in this really weird, cattywampus way. I can't rotate. I have to do them relative to this. If somebody else were looking on the other side, they would, still do them, table relative, I guess. And since I took the grays, every other player gets to choose between the blues, the blacks, or the greens. Then, after that round is over, we go on to round 2. We put all this stuff back in. The next player shakes that city. We push the little button, and boom! A little thing has come out again, a 3x3 grid, again, with a black in the center. Sorry, you can't see my blacks because my blacks are blacker than black. And whoever's the lead player then says, oh, wow, that's a lot. But, oh my gosh, this beachfront property. And they say, I'm going to take the reds, and they'll go like this. And they say, boom, boom, boom. Or I say I ended up getting these reds. And so houses want to be next to waterfront. It increases their value. But but putting these 2 next to each other was a little bit wasteful. But hey, on the other side, I got to do that. Now, that's not all, because as part of setup, we had these randomly laid out things on the outskirts of our cities. And everybody has them laid out in the exact... So one person does it randomly, and then everybody else copies. So they've all got the exact same starting situation. And so, not only am I trying to make sure my red houses stay by themselves and they're not next to factories, but they are next to water and all of that, but as soon as I can get 4 unique types of tile here, or I completely fill this one up, that's 3 more points. So you've got all these outskirts objectives you're trying to do while also trying to get everything to score with this. And I'm telling you, folks, like I said, Jen and I, we have played this. This is a filler length game. Jen and I, we can finish this game in probably under 20 minutes. It sets up, it plays almost immediately, and this just never gets old. It is so satisfying. Although I realize it's a bit less satisfying because I keep dropping black. Oh, let's come back over here. Back to the talking head. As you can see, it makes a perfect little thing, and then everybody, oh my gosh, 3 shops right next to each other. That would be amazing. And where would I put them though? I could put them here, here, here. And that would be cool if I copied that, because shops don't care about being on the water. They care about being further away from the outskirts. So this shop and this shop are worth 2 points. That shop is worth 1. If I could have a shop down here, it'd be worth 3. But the important thing is shops aren't worth anything unless they've got a road that connects to the outskirts. So currently, this road, I need to get another road right here so that this shop and then this shop will be good. And I also have to get another road down here so that this one will do. So once I start putting shops down, I got to get roads to them. But it all depends on what is the City Shaker gonna give us from round to round. I come back over here so you can actually see it. All right, so shake, push the button, let it go, and boom, another little perfect 3x3 grid of unique. It's basically like this is a polyomino generator for all intents and purposes that just randomizes stuff. This game is a blast. Jen and I have really been enjoying the heck out of it, and she loves it. She basically, actually, I've never done this. What happens if I do it standing up? Whoop. Oh, I don't do that. Okay. Yeah, I guess no surprise there. Because it's actually really smartly engineered. There's multiple levels here. When you push, it lets 9 through. So you have to shake them up so that there are 9 queued up, and then it just lets those 9 through and gives you a unique polyomino that everybody is drafting against every round. And it is just the cat's pajamas. It is too early for me to say if this is... Well, first of all, I don't think this game is coming out this year. It's going to go on Kickstarter. I think, when I finally get my hands on a real copy of it, and who knows, maybe there's going to be more stuff unlocked in the Kickstarter. I don't know. Does AEG do that? Do they have stretch goals on their Kickstarters? I'm not sure. But, so this is going to be a 2023 game, and this will be an early odds-on favorite for top 10. Because, normally Jen and I tend to go for heavy games, and this is obviously a lightweight game. It's very fun, it's very fast, and we love it to pieces. Just absolutely adore it. And a big part of it is because of this. This is a gimmick everywhere near as satisfying as rotating those gears in Zolkin all those years ago. Remember the first time you ever did that? But in Zolkin you thought, why do I only get to rotate it like 16 times over the course of the game? This you're constantly doing because it's just a fast-playing game. So it's such a huge part of the game, and I love it. I expect when people start getting their hands on this, it doesn't sound like much, but when you actually start playing it, the rules are simple but compelling and deep enough to create fun puzzles. And again, that gadget thing is just the bee's knees. And hey, we're done unboxing. And Rare Norb, no, it's going to be going on Kickstarter. It's getting warm in here, folks. Time to lose the slippers. It's going to be going on Kickstarter by the end of this month. So I will have a run-through up for it, and I would imagine it's probably going to go to retail in early 2023, but I have no inside info there. I wonder, should I even have shown that? I don't think I am under any kind of embargo. Yeah, now that I think about it. I didn't even think about that. No, because I know AEG posted some how-to-play videos for it as well. So they've already put all the info out there. That's cool. Oh, hey, Ruel. Oh, Ruel's got a copy too, and Ruel liked it a lot. What do you mean liked it a lot, Ruel? You know you loved it. Actually, so you have a copy of it, Ruel? This would be a really great remote playable game. Wow. Oh my gosh. Interesting. I wonder, maybe you and I could do a remote play of it. Oh, I have to look up the timing. But, I mean, this game would work perfectly for remote play. That's really cool. Okay, hey, Royal, by the way, folks, if you came in late, I think I mentioned right up front, but I'll remind everybody, after we're done with this, or I should say after we're done with this, because this is what we're moving on to now, at 2 o'clock, we are going to be raiding Ruel because he is going to be doing a live playthrough of the game from designer Peter McPherson. One of my favorite tile-laying games of all time. Tiny Towns is what he designed. Oh, it's Fit to Print. And Ruel is going to be demonstrating Fit to Print. Ruel, I was wondering earlier, I assume you're going to be doing the real-time solo mode? Is that what it's going to be? That's cool, but I'm hoping that you maybe had some rules that would let you demonstrate the puzzle mode. Because my copy didn't have any, it talked about the puzzle mode and how it works, but it didn't actually have any puzzles. Man, I would love to see how the puzzle mode for Fit to Print works, but you're probably going to do the real-time solo, which makes sense. But anyway, folks, you'll want to stick around, because Ruel, the nicest guy in the board game industry, is going to be streaming right after we're done here. But it is now time for the main event. It is time to see if we can defeat Joan of Arc, and I guess add insult to historical injury, while we play Orleans, the Draw and Write. Okay, here's some games Jen and I played already, and there's the rules. Let's get the overhead back on. Because what was that? Does my ears deceive me? Is somebody handing out gifts? Hey, Spectre. Thank you for giving a gift to Ruel. That's very nice. That means Ruel will... Actually, no, I think Ruel permanently has a little avatar. But anyway, okay, so what do we got here? We're not going to use pencils because they won't show up very well. Like, let's see, where's one of these? Like, I mean, yeah, you can hardly read these pencil marks, right? So we're going to have to use a pen, which means I'm going to be playing for realsy reels, no takebacks. Let's see, and now here's the deal. When Jen and I have been playing it, we've been using these awesome Bakelite tiles that you can get from the Board Game Geek store. These are so nice. They feel so good. They're available for Orleans, but they work just fine with Joan of Arc, the Orleans Draw and Write game. But since these don't come, I think I'm not going to use them for this run through. I'm going to remove them from the bag. I mean, what it comes with are nice too. These are really nice, thick wooden chips. But if you end up loving this game as much as me, you might want to go to the Board Game Geek store and get yourself a set of Orleans Bakelite, which are, like kind of little plastic ceramic. I'm not sure what they are. I assume Bakelite. Does that mean they're ceramic? I'm not sure. But anyway, it makes it so much nicer. But these are nice too. Let's see here. Don't need these pencils. Alrighty. I'm assuming I have not lost any of these. I probably should do a head count, just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 merchants, 5 scholars, 4 Kniggets, 4 farmers, 4 sailors, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 craftspeople. Yep, that is the correct number. Did I just look up and briefly see? Wow. Okay, there is nothing else I can kill. Back to Task Manager. Is there anything else I can kill to try to stop that glitchiness? Or is this just going to be a video that has some glitches every once in a while? I suspect it is going to be. Okay, you know what? I don't need you running. And you know what? Hey, I don't need Chrome running. Let's just shut that down. In task. And in that task too. Alrighty. So now all that's running is system stuff that I can't get rid of. Let's see. Are any of these big? Are any of these having a big... No, it's just OBS and Streamlabs avatars, which I will never part with. But hopefully that will take care of it. It could have been Chrome updating itself or refreshing or something that made that little glitch happen. So anyway, okay. And then once again, kill Task Manager. Phew, folks, when you come to a live playthrough here, you get all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's see. Rare Norb. Are these wooden? No, these are not. They are cardboard. And I just saw another glitch. All right, this is going to be glitchy. Because really, at this point, the only thing I can do is basically shut my computer down and reboot. And I've already had to restart this stream once. We're not doing it again. These are, I believe they're called Bakelites. These are available at the Board Game Geek store. Those are not what I'll be playing with. I'll just be playing with the nice, I mean, they're like double thick. You can actually see they are 2 tiles glued together, like, a dual layer player board. So these are thick and good, just not quite as cool. Alrighty, so I'm playing against Joan. This is the deck of Joan cards. This is the first time I played against her. And there are 3 difficulty levels. I can play where we ignore her doing monk actions. Wow, that was like a full screen one. Is there anything else I can do? Is the green screen on? Let's kill the green screen. Maybe it's the green screen that's flicking out. And if that's the case, I'm not going to need a green screen for this. Let's see. Hide the green screen. Boop. Because maybe it's... Oh, I've hit it now. I was just thinking, maybe it's this camera right here that's doing the glitching. Because when that glitches, it fills the entire screen. So maybe that'll take care of it. And maybe I'll bring the camera down a little bit lower so I don't need to use green screens. So anyway, if you play medium, there's 2... Right. Cards 1 through 4, if I recall correctly. Here they are. Nope. All right. Yeah, I think they're all down here because I already pulled them out. And I was looking at them. Right. So if you want to play hard difficulty, you replace card 1 with card 1B. And apparently card 1B is nastier and scarier than card 1. I think I'm going to play medium level. I'm not going to play full hard difficulty level. We will not play with these super Joan cards. We'll just play with the regular ones. But playing at medium difficulty means she can activate the monks just like I can. All right, so this is her deck O cards. Boop. This, we have to set this up. Right, and this is a grid. Let's see how much space it takes. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3. I don't remember how many there's supposed to be. Was it like 4 rows? Yeah, 4 rows. Okay, so there's supposed to be 4 of each level. Sorry, so we got all our 3s. I think there's 6 each, so every time you play, you get a little bit of randomization. So, basically 2 things are removed. And by the way, this is probably my biggest complaint about the game. Just like regular Orleans before it, they could have done a little bit more work for 2-player scaling. I just think at 2-player, there should only be 3 of each type instead of the same amount you would get at a 4-player game, which means there's just more choice than there should be. Okay, so here's all the cards we are not playing with today. I could show them to you, but they would mean nothing to you, probably. So now I have to get this laid out in a nice looking... Oh, plus there needs to be room for my sheet of paper. So this is the multiplayer side. This is the solo player side. Let's see if I scooch. If I scooch you all up here. All right. Oh, but we need to have them face up too. We need to know what they are. Windmills, archives, tree houses, distilleries, cheese factory. Not Cheesecake Factory, just a cheese factory. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, that's upside down. All right. So these are just like regular Orleans. There are, every time you play, well, no, in regular Orleans, every time you play, you get the exact same list. At least you get a little bit of variety, but a lower player count. There should just be this many. So there's even more, it's an even tighter and it creates more variety. I mean, you're going to see with the standard rules, 2/3 of all the cards every time you play. I'd rather see half of all the cards every time you play, so it just makes the game feel a little bit different. All right, so that's the layout. That's not really great for this. Now, they don't have to be laid out in that perfect grid like that. That's just what they said in the rule book. Of course, they could also be squished a lot closer. Thusly. So I could do that. But, yeah, that's a terrible... Let's see. All right, how about if I'm... All right, well, first of all, let's just move the camera a little bit like this, maybe, and then bring them all over here like this. This is one of the steps I have to do. Every time I film a run-through, I've got to figure out my camera layout to try to let players see stuff as best they can while also putting it at an aesthetically pleasing angle. So many people do their run-throughs with the camera just pointing straight down, and I think that's a terrible idea because that's not what games look like when you play them in real life. In real life, when you play them, you're looking at them from an oblique angle, which is why the camera should be at an oblique angle too. So that's not too bad. And, yeah, so the 5 we draw would just sit right here. That's not too bad, but you know what? I don't think the camera needs to be as far away. I have to physically get up now and walk over here and shout, because I'm on the other side of the microphone now, and just drop the camera a little bit. And then I'm going to come back to you. I haven't forgotten about you folks. Hello again. That's a bit better. All right, so if we squish these in nice and tight, just a little bit tighter, put you a little bit over there. There we go. And now everything's on screen, and if you're watching full screen, if you're not on a phone, you should be able to pretty clearly make all of that out, I think. Now, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of dead space up there in the real video. That's what it's going to look like. That's not great. All right, let's scooch them all up a little bit just to center a little bit better. Again, a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'll be here. This is where our tiles are drawn. And let's see. Oh, and where's my pen? Get my pen. Boop. There we go. Let me look at this full screen, because I'm only looking at it in a little tiny window. That's okay. Yeah, maybe I should be a little bit more overhead, because then I could bring it even closer and fill more of the screen. Yeah, okay, that's the way to go. Still a nice angle, still a more natural and warm approach rather than the clinical, directly overhead looking straight down, making everything look like you're playing a video game instead of a board game. Oh, that was interesting. I just saw me glitch. I saw me, but I don't care if I'm glitching. I'm in a little window in window. Who cares about that? Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty, there we go. Right. That, I think, is a nice layout. What do you folks think? Does it look good? I think so. Before I start filming, I will check in with you because I know I've been talking to myself for a while. Hopefully, I've been interesting and entertaining for people and getting to see behind the scenes stuff. Let me see. Right, so hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through. Oh, I need to change my box art. I need to put the box art. There it is. Boom, boom. And that doesn't fit. Transform, center to screen, fit to screen, boom. Alrighty. So, hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through Joan of Arc, the Orleans drawn right, and before I get on, blah, 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 and welcome to France! What time is it? What year is this game set in? It doesn't say. Hey, could somebody in the chat tell me at what time, what year was Joan of Arc? What's 5 years before Joan of Arc was killed? So I can say, I mean, I assume it's the 19th century, right? Can I just say 19th century France? I'm not really sure. I do not know my French history well enough to know. 19th century, 1462. Okay, thank you, primary guy. 1462. Well, let's say welcome to 15th century France. That will do. 15th century France in 1431. Okay, perfect. Normally, I rely on the rulebook to tell me that, but this rulebook does not really do much place setting. I tried to put it on the green screen. I've turned the green screen off. What would Orleans be without Joan of Arc in this draw and write variant of the classic Orleans? 2 to 4 players. Yeah, blah, blah. Okay. Boy, I am really heating up. It was so cold in here this morning, but I think it's actually sunny outside. So I'm wearing a double shirt. I'll be right back, everybody. Just hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. Just be a sec. Oh, where are you, button? Okay, I am back sporting some Our Family Plays Games merch after all. Okay, cool. I think we are ready to go. I'm pretty sure I remember how to play. Oh, shoot. These have to be on screen. This is going to take up some space. Come back to the overhead. Right, so it's going to be 2 cards that are on display. Probably just here and here to say what she's doing. Oh, but I'm going to want to zoom in on that. All right, so let's say this is the board game zoom if I want to zoom in on my board. And let's say that zoom, or I say this zoom, is on her cards. That'll do. So we've got that one. We've got me if I need to show what I'm doing. We've got that if I want to zoom in and look a bit more closely at the cards. And then we've got this one to zoom in on her. Should probably even zoom in a little bit more. Let me make that a bit more zoomy, zoom, zoom. There we go. So very clearly see what Joan is up to. So weird, by the way. So strange. This game is called Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc exists only as the solo variant. If you play this multiplayer, Joan of Arc doesn't come into the game at all. She's only here as an opponent to play against. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen a published game where the title of the game is named after the solo mode, which is very cool. All right, so I know what I'm going to do. She's going to do that, and it's going to say, hey, she wants that, then that, then that, and I know what these icons do, don't I? I read all this stuff this morning. It'll come back to me. And if not, folks, while I'm filming, I might pause for a little bit, in which case you'll hear me go like this, so that I know when to cut out the little pause bit. Because if I forget and I need to look something up, when I'm normally filming, I can literally just pause. But now that I'm live streaming, I can't pause if I have to look something up or something goes awry. So I might pause every once in a while. Also, if there's anything that you notice that comes up while we're filming, something that goes wrong, let me know by using the stickers down below. There is a, hey, listen. And when we do the hey listen, I hear that and I know to look at the chat and see, oh crap, did it stop streaming or something like that? Because once I get going, I'm just going to be going. Okay. Let's see here. So, and I'm sorry, I have not been paying much attention, folks. Is everybody doing okay? Is everybody having fun? depending on how long this takes, and now if I'm going to play all the way through the game, we might go right up to the 2 o'clock, and I might not have a chance to do any Q&A. So maybe I will not pressure you to start asking questions now. We're not going to worry about that, because, I mean, geez, will I even get a chance to finish this? Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so before we get going, let's fight to the death, shall we? Okay, Battle Royale. Alrighty. That's the wrong button. That is totally the wrong button. What did I want? Oh, I wanted this button. There we go. Yes, okay. I'm fine. I can see everything now. Okay. Primary guy. Oh, you are a literal angel of death with dual ebony lightsabers. You're one to watch out for, and you immediately throw down with Ringo. But you're surrounded. Run! Run, primary guy. You're surrounded. AG Fox will not let you go. Chlorothane and Bing are all dogpiling on you. Oh, primary guy, your angel of death visage is not scaring anybody. Although at least you will get a revenge backstab on AG Fox and then throw down with Ruel. And I think Ruel took you out. But don't worry, Ruel was not long for this life either. Okay, Maj, you're gone too. Alrighty, Bing and Kim are throwing down. It looks like Bing is not long for this world. And then Mal and Kim throw down. Oh my gosh, we're down to Flying Dutch Rocker and Malgers. Malgers, a new fighter in the field. I don't believe I've seen Malgers sporting the Snake Plissken look and the double lightsabers. Flying Dutch Rocker, though, is not afraid, using only the weird little... those are like anime cat whiskers, right? Flying Dutch Rocker. Dutch Rocker runs for the health pack. Oh, Malgers, run, Malgers, run! Oh, Malgers, your first fight was pretty good, coming in second place. Alrighty. All right, let's see. And Flying Dutch Rocker wins. What are those little whiskery things you're rocking? I assume there's some kind of anime thing. I don't really know. But we have achieved, we've hit all our big ticket items that we need to do. And now it is time. Let's see, hold on a second. Because I don't have, I do not have Explorer running anymore. I can't see what time it is. So I'm going to use, where is it? It's called Large Phone or what is it? It's called Huge Digital Clock Pro, which I paid $2 for. It's a little app that basically turns your phone into a clock. So I'm just going to put that over there so I can see what time it is, so I know when we're getting close to 2 o'clock. And otherwise, yeah, I think we're ready to go. So, are you folks ready to go? I just heard you beep at me, though. Why were you beeping at me? What is it? Oh, it wanted to tell me that Roomba successfully completed a job. I love my Roomba. That is nice. Okay. Right, so you're good. This is good. I don't think I've seen any more. Well, of course, we haven't been looking at the overhead. If we don't have any overhead glitches, I'm happy. Don't need the green screen for this. Boy. You know what? I'm going to turn it back on, though, because I really rely on this. I really do want to be able to do this if I need to. But if it starts glitching while I'm filming, I will just dynamically turn it off. I just saw a glitch on me in the corner again, and at this point, I don't care. If this camera just wants to glitch out, that's fine. I'm in a picture-in-picture. No biggie. So, folks, and I apologize. Hopefully this is of some interest. Like I said, this is you being a fly on the wall. Everything I'm going through, except for the glitching. The cameras only glitch when I'm live streaming. They never glitch when I'm just filming normally. But otherwise, all these things I go through, trying to get the layout right and trying to remember the rules and all that, this is all pretty standard stuff. So, I think I'm ready to go. I assume you're ready to go. We have less than an hour now. We got a long way to go and a short time to get here. So, I'm eastbound. Just watch old Rahdo run. Where are the thingies? Okay. Right, is that... Right, okay, that's cool. Okay, let's rock it, Fred. You said it. Oh, and let's turn on the thingy. Not that I've been paying much attention anyway, but there's the reminder up top that if somebody comes in late... they know I'm just filming live, and you folks can introduce them and tell them about channel points and all the rest of it. Okay. Hey everybody, today on Rahdo Runs Through, we're taking a look at Joan of Arc, the Orleans drawing right. But before I get going, please turn your subtitles on to the Klingon channel so that when I make rules goofs, you'll know what they are. And if you've done that, well then welcome to 15th century France, where I'm assuming a noble aristocrat, probably, and I'm going to be going up against Joan of Arc herself. Because it's interesting, this game is a multiplayer game that captures the heart and soul of Orleans so well, but in a random and right format that's really fresh and new, and I'll show you how that works. But if you play solo, instead of playing against other human players, you play against Joan. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got her deck set up right here. There are 3 difficulty levels that you can set this deck up to be. I'm at the medium difficulty level. Wish me luck, because I'm still fairly new to this game myself. But boy, Jen and I have really enjoyed our time with it so far. So, Joan is ready to go. The bag of tiles with all of our followers is ready to go. And every time you play, you are going to set up a grid, a 4x5 grid of different buildings and investments you can make. And this is about 2/3 of all the cards that come with the game. Every time you play, a third of them are left in the box. So you have some variety from game to game. These are all the level 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. And this is my province. I'm going to be just like regular own, traveling the countryside by road or by river. I'm going to be making money. I'm going to be gathering goods. And let's stop talking about it. Let's start doing it. So how does the game work? Well, at the beginning of, I don't know, I'm going to say, let's say every year, you draw a certain number of worker tiles from the bag. Now, unlike regular Orleans, this is a shared bag. Everybody has access to the same workers, nor will we'll not be doing any bag building. Every follower in the game is already in this bag right from the get-go. So when you're playing solo or 2-player, you draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, and also, I should say, in a 2-player game and I guess a solo game. Ooh. Yeah, it must still be a solo game because the rules simply said, hey, set up's a 2-player game. 2 tiles are left off to the side that will not be used in our first trip through the bag. Okay, so there are 5. We have a knight, we have a merchant, we have a craftsperson, we have a sailor, and we have a farmer. Wow, we literally have one of each of the followers. I am the first player, and I am going to pick one of them. And I am going to do one of 3 things with these followers. Normally, I will just do their main action, which is you're reminded of right here. Farmers gather crops. Merchants make money or let you invest in buildings, etc., etc. But instead of those, if I have already built a building, say like a stable, this means I could use farmers for a different function than normal. Normally they just make a crop. If I have stables, they make a crop and some money. So I can upgrade, and then suddenly I want farmers in a big way. The third thing I can do with them is I can say, you know what, I'm taking this farmer, but I didn't want this farmer. I can cross out my first of 3 opportunities to upgrade a follower into a monk. A monk is a wild card that lets me do anything I want. So if what I want isn't available, I can throw some points away. If I never use monks off of this, conversion thing, I'll get 4 + 2 + 1. I'll get 7 points at the end of the game. But the first time I convert a follower into a monk, I lose a point, then 2 points, and then 4 points. So anyway, like I said, that's really surprising that I've got a little bit of everything. How do I want to start out? What do I want to do? Well, if I look over at the types of buildings I might want to build, there's this cemetery that says, hey, for the rest of the game, it gets cheaper to build buildings. And when you grab the merchant. And then there's also this one that says, hey, when you grab the merchant, instead of doing their normal thing, which is make a coin or build a building, they can make a coin and make progress. So I think I want to be all about that merchant. Let's go on ahead and grab that. Now, I've taken this, which means this round, if I were playing a 4-player game, everybody else would have to make do with the rest. But this is my merchant, and I'm going to do one of 3 things. I could activate a merchant building. I can't do that because I don't have any yet. I could turn that merchant into a, not a troll, a monk. I'm not going to do that. I could use it for its main function, which is give me a coin or build a building. Now, at the beginning of the game, I already have 1 sweet, sweet coin. And that is exactly enough to build any of the level 1 or the level 2 buildings. So instead of making another coin, I'm going to spend the 1 coin I've got, bye-bye, and I have to build a level 1. Once some player has built level 1s, then level 2s are available for everybody. Once anybody has built level 2s, then level 3s are available, and so on. So, what do I want to build? the stable that makes farmers more valuable, one of these two that make merchants more valuable, or this one that makes scholars more valuable. Scholars normally let me make 1 progress. Now they can start making 2. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that there are more merchants, scholars, and craftspeople than there are farmers. So if I invest in a farmer building, it's one that I might not get to use as often because there are literally 1 fewer farmers in the game than there are, the commoners, the knights, the captains, and the farmers. What is it? I think it says somewhere here in the rule book. Yeah, it's right there. There are 4 farmers, 4 knights, and 4 sailors in the bag, but there's 5 scholars, 5 tradespeople, and 5 merchants. So I think I don't want to invest in farmers. Although, man, that's just a nice, easy way to go. And I think I like this one. I just like the idea of, but I do like making progress, because the more progress I get, the more points I get, and I unlock all kinds of bonuses along the way. And also, I am racing against all other players to hit certain thresholds on my progress track, because a lot of the rewards on this sheet of paper are drawn with a little yellow octagon around it. That means the first player to get those particular bonuses is the only player to get those bonuses. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to go for the windmill. I'm going to be all about the race. So this is mine. Nobody else can have it. And from now on, if I ever get another merchant, I could get a coin, I could build a building, or I could get a coin and make progress. And that means, because I've got this, merchants are more valuable to me than anybody else. So that was my turn. Okay, cool. It is now, it would be another player's turn if I were playing a multiplayer game, but I'm playing against Joan, so it's going to be Joan's turn. Joan is basically functioning as a second player. It's interesting, in a 2-player game, I'm the lead player. I would get 1, then Jen would get 1. Then I'd get 1, then Jen would get 1, and then I would get the last. And then I would not be first player in the next round. In this case, the same thing is true, except the cards say what Joan is going to do. So we take this, we flip it, and we reveal what is Joan all about. Joan says, "Hi, I would like to prioritize things from the top of this card down." You can see there's that little arrow. So Joan wants a farmer. If you can't get a farmer, then Joan wants a scholar or a craftsperson. Now, as it happens, Joan is happy. There was a farmer right out of the gate. So it's as if the player chose the farmer, did whatever they were going to do, turned it into a monk. Doesn't really matter. This is where the real interaction, there's 2 points of interaction in a multiplayer game. The draft, and somebody takes something you really wanted, and then the race to get all of those unique one-time bonuses, so you're racing on all of those things as well. As it happens, though, Joan took the farmer. So this is gone. And now I look over here and it says, what does Joan want to do with that farmer? Joan just has a preset things that they could do. They took the farmer. That means they're going to get 1 shield, which if I come back over to my board, you can see this is all of my stuff. This is all of Joan's stuff down here. Joan just got herself a shield, which is basically 1 victory point. So Joan has scored a point. Congratulations. I can also score shields as well. Normally, I fill up shields. If I've completely filled my warehouse with cheese and I don't have any more room for cheese, if I get more cheese, I instead convert cheese into more progress on my shield track. So Joan just started working on her shield track. She scored a point. That was that. And now it's back to me. Joan has left me a craftsperson, a knight, and a sailor. What do I want to do with all of them? I think, well, I'm broke. I've just run out of money. And, I'd like to get more money to build more buildings. And also, as I get money, if I can fill up these rows with money, I unlock bonuses. If I spend all the money out of columns, I unlock bonuses. So I'd like to get into a spot where I can make a bit more money. The knight and the sea captain won't make me any money. The tradesperson could, or instead, the tradesperson could let me actually build a trade house out here on the map. But at the beginning, I have not actually traveled anywhere on the map. So maybe it's a good idea to travel on the map. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a walkabout. I'm going to take the knight. Now remember, I could turn this knight into a monk, which means I could consider it to be any sort of thing. Or I could use it for its main function. There's one other thing that I haven't mentioned you can do with your followers. Up here in the top corner of our board, these are charitable deeds. And if I have a knight, I could use my knight to go travel the countryside, or I could use my knight to fill this space in right here. And that means I would get 1 coin and 1 good of my choice in storage. So I could travel, or I could start doing a charitable deed. And if I can do all 3 of these charitable deeds before my opponents do, I will unlock the one-time bonus of an extra citizen. The more citizens you've got, the more points you've got. So this is another thing you can do until these spaces are filled up. Do I want my knight to go for a walkabout, or do I want to get myself some money and some goods and save walking for later? Let's go on ahead and let's do a charitable deed. I'll still have plenty of time to go walking around. I am going to mark that I have done this, and that says, hey, I get a good and a coin. Now I've got a tough choice. This game is full of choices because that coin, I could just put it here. I could put this coin in any one of these coin rows, but I always have to go from left to right. So if I put it here, I'm getting closer to unlocking a bonus monk. If I put it here and then spend it, I'm getting closer to unlocking a bonus farmer and another step on my shield track, which is straight up points. So, and you can see, if I'm spending coins quick, I could fill these up and get that bonus a lot quicker than I could get that bonus potentially. So where am I going to put that coin? I think I want to start working towards that monk. So I'm just going to put it right here. And now in a future turn, I've got a coin that I can cross out to buy stuff. All right, but don't forget, the knight said, hey, get a coin and get a good. So I can now fill any of these. I could get some grain, some cheese, some wine. You know, all the stuff from Orleans. The fabrics, the textiles are the most valuable. I'm just going to get myself a textile. So, if I fill this row up completely, that's 5 points. If I fill up this column completely, that's 2 more coins. Okay, that was my turn. I used a knight, not for the regular function, but now I very much want to quickly get myself a monk and get myself a craftsperson so I can do these other 2 things and unlock that free bonus citizen before Joan does, because Joan could take that away at any time. So that's something I got to be worried about as well. Alrighty, so that was it for me. Joan says, well, hey, what am I going to do? Joan says, going from the top, Joan wants a knight. Too bad I got your knight. So Joan says, oh, well, okay. No! No, no, no! Folks, oh my gosh. All right, so Joan says, hi, I'm going to take this captain, right? Because if we look a little bit closer, Joan says, I'm coming from the bottom, couldn't get the knight, took the captain. All right, so they're going to take the captain. Oh, shoot, by the way, I forgot, folks. Always watch with the Klingon subtitles turned on, because when Joan does stuff, she does what the card says, but if she takes the regulars, she also, right, what did she take the first time? She took, I forgot what it was, she took a farmer. So I had to mark that she had taken a farmer. If she takes enough farmers, she gets 5 points. And then she even unlocks a monk action that she could do herself. So first turn she took a farmer. Now she's taken a sea captain, or a sailor, which is worth a point. And so, I mean, she moves up these individual solo tracks when she takes those characters. But in addition to that, she does what it says. She says, hi, I'm gonna complete a charitable work. And it's gonna be the one furthest to the right. We look on the right and look to the left. It's like she knew, folks. It's like she knew. It's as if she has just now, over a couple of turns, done all 3 of these actions, gotten that bonus down there, and killed it for me. I can never get that bonus now. I can still do these other 2 things and get coins and goods along the way, but I can't get that bonus that I was going for. Oh my gosh, why did I start with that one? I should have started with one in the middle. Because, Joan could have started from the other side just as easily. But just like that. And this is what will happen, folks. This replicates the multiplayer game. The sole source of interaction is drafting and then people grabbing stuff before you wanted to. And Joan has done that to great success. Curse you, Joan! Although you're a great national hero, and I take that back. Okay, Joan has left me with a craftsperson. All right, so, and here's the deal. I did that with the knights, because then, hey, I know I'd be able to do a craftsperson, and the next thing I was going to be able to use anybody to be a monk, and I was going to get this done really quick, because that's what the craftsperson was going to do for me. And I could still use the craftsperson to come over here and get a coin and a good. But maybe I should do the craftsperson normal function, which is make a coin. Well, no, I do this one instead because it's a coin plus a good as opposed to just a coin. Or instead, the craftsperson lets me spend a coin to set up a trading house on the map. Now, I have not traveled away from Orleans yet. At the beginning of the game, I'm still here in Orleans. But I could, right now, set up a trade house here. And that's important because at the end of the game, basically, you sum up the number of citizens you've gotten, and I just lost access to one citizen there, plus the number of trade houses you've built. You multiply it by the distance you have traveled on your progress track. And that could be the lion's share of your points. And then you get points for other things as well. So you want to build these trade houses. Plus, if you're the first person to build a trade house in a given area, then nobody else can build there. Now, that's not true for Orleans. If I build a trade house in Orleans right now, then I'm not really going to be... It's points at the end of the game, but it's not stopping Jane from doing anything. So I think, even though it's kind of dead to me now, I've lost the bonus, I'm going to go ahead and use that craftsperson as a second charitable thing to give myself another coin and another cloth. So I'm getting closer to unlocking 5 points and a free bonus monk. And eventually I'll use them. I mean, I don't think it's worth it to use a monk to do this a third time, but still, I used a craftsperson to get a coin and a good rather than just a coin. So that was still a good overall charitable deed. And, so you will notice all 5 things are gone. What happens now in the regular multiplayer game is these are out. We're not going to see those again. You hand the bag to the next player as a visual reminder that they will be the first player. They draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they get to go first. Now, that's pretty much the same thing because I just took a turn. Joan is going to take a turn now. So Joan gets first dibs on the 2 sailors or the merchant or the... Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I don't think we actually had... Oh, we did. We did have a scholar in the first round. All right, but we didn't use it, did we? Or did I take it? Or did Joan take it? Did Joan take the scholar? Or did she take the farmer? Folks, sometimes I make goofs in my run-throughs, and that's why you turn on the Klingon subtitles. Because I think maybe they had taken the scholar instead. But regardless, it could have gone a different way. This is just to give you an idea of what the game feels like to play. Occasionally people make mistakes when they play. Anyway, though, let's go on ahead, and Joan says hi. I'm going from the bottom up. I want a sailor. Joan says, I get the sailor. And boom, she's gotten her second sailor that gets her some more points. And it says, hey, she's just going to get her second shield. So that's pretty simple. She has left me all of this stuff. Now is the time that I grab this merchant. So I've got some choices now, folks. I could use this merchant to build another building. And now that a level 1 build, I could build any of the level 1s or the level 2s. I've got the coins to do it. Or I could use this merchant just to get a coin. Or I could use this merchant with my building to get a coin and make some progress on the track, which is why I bought this building. Or instead, I could use this merchant to do this charitable act, which means my merchant would function as a knight and let me travel on the roads. Now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my merchant at my windmill, which gets me yet another coin, and it gives me my first step on the progress meter, which basically means all of my citizens and all of my store or my trade houses I build are worth 1 point. If I make it this far, they're worth 2 points. If I make it this far, they're all worth 5 points. This probably looks very familiar to fans of Orleans. A lot of Orleans DNA is in this game. So anyway, so that was it for me. I used my windmill. And now here's an interesting thing. Say I had 2 buildings that could benefit from a merchant. You think, oh, do I get to activate boat? No. When I take a merchant, I have to pick one of them to activate. So anyway, so that was it. Let's see what Joan's got in mind. Joan says, hey, I'm coming from the bottom. I want a knight. No knight. I want another sailor. So it takes another sailor, fills in that space, and says, oh, okay, Joan's getting busy with it. Joan is going to do a monk action. Now, remember I said there are 3 difficulty levels for the solo mode. If you're playing easy mode, whenever Joan would get a monk action, she just skips it. She doesn't do it at all. But I'm playing medium difficulty, which means Joan checks at the card here and says, oh, my monk action is get a craftsperson, do the craftsperson action, plus, I also get to build a trade house. And what trade house is she going to build? If you look at this card, it says she wants to build in City 14. Right. So, Okay, let's zoom back out to the map, and she has just closed off the city. It's as if she had actually built a road down here and has now closed it. She would circle it to indicate she gets points at the end of the game. Me, though, I have to exit out because I can never build in that city now because Joan beat me to it. Oh man. Okay, so Joan did that with her action. Oh, plus she also got to mark. Wait, no, that's her scholar track. Right. Okay, folks, I have to look something up because I do not remember now. Right, so put a marker, then I'm having to edit this bit. Right, so how does this work? Does she, because this is describing, basically the card she's got is describing what she is describing her merchant action, but does she get to do a merchant action and then a bonus? I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look at that. Like I said, this is the first time I played with this mode. Monk actions. Okie dokie. If you play a standard difficulty level monk, all right. If you play a connoisseur, yeah. She either builds a trade station, right? The backside of the topmost, where she carries out an additional action. She either builds a trading station using the number, or marks one space on a specific track and circles one shield. Okay, no. So. Right, so apparently she has two things she can do. She either builds a trade station, and this is just a reminder to say, hey, look to see what one it is, which is what I just did, or she or marks one space on a specific track and circles the shield. So she gets a shield and progress on a track. So she is done. I did that correctly. Phew, alrighty. Ooh, let's get a drink of water while we're at it. Let's see if everybody's still doing okay. Everybody doing okay? I think so. All right, then let's see. Nobody has listened me, so I assume everything is okay. Oh, chicken barf. Yes, I used to have a really nasty twitch in my eye back when I worked in the video game industry, but that's a story for another day. All right, so let's get back to where we were. And that's it. Simple as that. Joan got, basically got all the way down there and built before I could beat her to the punch. Okay. Then it's my turn. She has left me a scholar or a tradesperson. The tradesperson, once again, could give me a coin, could let me build a building, but I haven't actually traveled anywhere to build buildings yet. I could build in Orleans. I'm not excited about that. Or I could use the scholar. And what the scholar does is they just let me move up one step. If I move up one step, I'm going to get a coin. So I'm getting one, and in fact, actually, if I do that, I will unlock a monk and I get a bonus action right now. Normally, I would not be excited about just doing one progress with a scholar, but getting to do, and here's the thing, I really wanted to get this one done so I could unlock that bonus, but Jane already beat me to it. Now remember, I can also use these for other items, right? I could certainly do that. Oops, that's the wrong camera. What if I wanted to do a different one? Would I want to get a coin and a progress? Would I want to have this tradesperson trigger that to basically act like a knight so I could start traveling the world and start trying to do all these things? See, I don't want to do this one, though, because this one requires eventually I use a merchant, and I want to use a merchant in my windmill. So I don't think it makes sense for me to chase after that one. But I could start chasing after this one, which has a farmer, a scholar, and a craftsperson. How would I do that? Now, whichever one I do, I'm leaving the other one for Joan, but I have no idea what she's going to do with it. Just like I wouldn't have any idea what she's going to do with it if I were playing against a human player. If I were playing against Jen instead of Joan. Let's go on ahead. Let's keep trying the charitable route. I will take this craftsperson, not to build in Orleans, not to get a coin, but instead, and by the way, this is one of my biggest problems with the game, folks. These are tiny little things. Jen and I found we're both in our 50s. We had to play with our reading glasses on to read these, but I'm pretty sure that is the scholar and that is the craftsperson I just took. So I just did this, which gave me another coin, and it gave me another progress, which gave me another coin. So now I can start filling the second or the third row. I think I'm going to start filling the third row because I'd like to get to that citizen before Jane steals it from me, if at all possible. So I got that other coin. Oh, and let's not forget, as soon as I filled up this row, I got to do a monk. And a monk could be anything. So, including a windmill. I'm going to say a monk is a merchant. I'm going to activate my windmill again, get another coin, and make another progress, which means if I make one more progress, I have unlocked a citizen and kept it away from Joan. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then Joan says, okay, well, what's left for me? Why? Well, she says from the bottom, but it doesn't matter. There's only this. She says, well, hey, I want the scholar. So she's going to take the scholar. Well, of course, that's all she could take. But she really wanted a farmer. But she'll settle for the scholar. Right. Now, the scholar lets her move on another track, which has given her one of her things that the more of these she has, the more her citizens and buildings are worth points at the end of the game. So, and by the way, I forgot. She has built one building now, and now that building is worth a point because she, where was it? Oh, because she did her first scholar action, which got that. So she does combos as well. But the other thing she does is she says, hey, I want a level 3 building. That's what that picture is. So what we do is we randomly, do I have a D4? Yes, I do. I'm just going to use you're supposed to just grab these, shuffle them, and pick one randomly, but I'll just let the D4 choose. The game does not come with D4. Alrighty, it's number 1. She just got rid of the 2 master ship that says, hey, you can use sailors to move twice instead of once. That is gone. Now, I should say, just because she did that doesn't mean I suddenly have access to higher level buildings. In the solo game, I've got to work my way up. I can't piggyback off of other players working their way up. So, okay, so that is what she did. A very successful turn for her. We are now up. I am going to draw 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm next. So what do I want? Boy, I'm just going to use the heck out of this windmill. I'm going to take another merchant, get myself another coin, and another progress, which gets me my first, citizen. Hooray! And let's see. I will mark out she can't get that citizen now. Too bad, Joan. You were too slow. A citizen is on my side. And that citizen is almost worth 2 points if I do a little bit more progress. Hooray! Thanks, windmill. And you're making me rich. I'm about to get another citizen over there. But all the citizens of the world won't do any good unless I keep pushing progress. Maybe that's going to be my main goal here. I don't know. Meanwhile, Joan says, well, I like... Coming from the top, I would like a scholar, please. So she's going to snag that scholar. And what is she going to do with it, folks? I'm not quite sure. But tell you what, I think I'm going to stop right there because that should give you a pretty good idea of the basic flow of Joan of Arc, Orleans, draw, and write. Now, if you'd like to watch a little bit more and see me finish this year, maybe another year, see some more buildings get built, see me start traveling, you can hit that eye in the top right corner screen and go to the extended playthrough, or instead you can go straight to Final Thoughts and hear what Jen and I thought of the game. Your choice in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Taking a break. Whew. This is the reason I started doing playthroughs and extended playthroughs a million years ago. Because the longer I go, the more, mentally taxed I get. And, doing the run-throughs just gave me a break. Is everything going okay? In my window, it looks like I'm pretty choppy. Okay. Oh, it looks like other people are saying it too. Stuttering for you. Well, here's the deal, folks. I rebooted my router. I don't know what else I can do. I'm sorry about that. The nice thing is I'm actually recording this as well. I'm sure the recording will be fine, and I can't share that with you right now. But you know what? It's not like this is a really high impact, lots of stuff moving around game. It's just me drawing stuff with a pen. So I'm sorry about that. Maybe my internet is slow. I mean, I pay, what do I pay? I pay $120 a month. No, that's not true. I pay $89 a month for the fastest internet that Xfinity Comcast allows. Actually, let's do a speed test really quick. No, I can't because I shut everything down for the glitches. Anyway. Right. They were about to do this, and it was going to be a scholar, which meant they were going to push on the scholar track, which was going to get them... Oh, they weren't going to be able to get their thing because I took it. Haha. And then they were going to do a shield. So that was pretty easy for them. And then it's going to be my turn again. By the way, folks, originally, I have to admit, my natural gut instinct was to buy this card, the one that makes it cheaper to buy more stores, and then kind of focus on that. Can you guess why, on the spur of the moment, I changed my mind and came up with a BS strategic reason to do this one instead? One hint. The more buildings I build, the less camera room I have. This is another consideration I have while I'm actually filming. I'm trying to show how the game works. I'm trying to make interesting strategic decisions that make sense. I'm also trying to keep everything fitting within the camera as well. So that's another concern I've always got to deal with too. Whew. Hey, if it were easy, everybody would do it. Okay. So, Oh, boy, I wish I knew. All right, so we're at 136. Here's the deal. We're going to go through this bag twice. I am now starting to think, folks, that I might have lied to you right up front. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to make it all the way through the game. But tell you what, I'm going to start going faster in the extended, and because I've shown the basics, and so we can just try to get to stuff quicker and easier. Let's do that, shall we? Okay. Marking. Coming back to the box. Okay, folks, welcome back to Joan of Arc, the Orleans drawn, right? And bear in mind, I'm jumping into the middle of a game. If you want to see how I got where I am, you might want to hit that I in the top right corner screen or follow the show notes to go to the main run-through where I explain all the basics of gameplay. But if you already know what's what, then let us return to 15th century France. I believe Joan was about to recruit a scholar. Yes, she was. And her scholar says, hey, I'm just going to get myself another shield. No biggie, just a point. And I'm going to take another step on my scholar track, which, oh, too bad, so sad for Joan. She said, oh, I'm about to get a citizen. Too late, Joan. I already got that citizen. So you took a citizen from me, I took a citizen from you. Okay, so that was it for Joan. She has left me some knights and a craftsperson. I would like to start traveling so that I can use these craftsperson to build in other buildings. So let's go on ahead and use a Knigget. Well, I can't use it for any more charitable works. I could spend points to turn it into a monk to do whatever I want, but instead I am going to travel the highways and byways with a knight by my side to protect me. No doubt from Joan. So we start here. I could follow any of these roads. But if you notice, this road to the south gives me 2 resources, whereas all the other ones only give me 1. But it's the weakest, most lowest value resource. Now, what I really want is, I want to get some more cloth so I can get full of cloth and get 5 points. But I would need to have a sailor to let me sail across this river and get the cloth. Now, if I head up here, I could ultimately get some cloth by heading from 4 to 5, or heading from 3 to 1. If I go south, I could also get some cloth by heading 8 to 1. Yeah, okay, so I can still get some cloth anyway. So we're heading south, folks. We're traveling this road. Whee! And I now have access in a future turn. If I get a craftsperson, I could build in Orleans, or I could build in city number 8. But along the road, I got another progress, and I got some wheat, which if I fill up this row is worth 1 point. I'm not excited about that. But once I get 1 cheese, 1 wine, and 1 twine, then I fill up this column, and I get 2 coins so I can buy more stuff. So I'm happy with that. So, right. Oh, and I also get the progress, which means, boom, I have just hit the next level. Now, my citizens and my storehouses are worth 2 points instead of 1, or my trade houses. So that's pretty cool. And let's see what Joan likes. Right. Joan says, hi, I'd like, right, she's going from the bottom. A farmer? Nope. A craftsperson? Yup. So she's going to take this craftsperson, and she is going to build in city number 5. Okay, and we got to come back to the map. Right, and where is city number 5? So, Joan has built in her second city, which are each worth 1 point to her so far, but now I cannot build up here. If I were to travel, or I could still travel from here to here so that I could get that cloth, but I can't build in this city anymore. The same way I can't build in here. Now, it's interesting. There is one of the different building upgrades you can get, and I don't know if it's in this game, that actually lets you build in a place where somebody else has already built. Nope, it's not available. So, in this game, there's no way to build where someone else has already built. But that's okay. Oh, by the way, I should also say, folks, this is the side you use for the solo. You can use it for the 2-player game as well, because the entire bottom half of the map is ripped off. If we were playing on the other side, you can see, oh, there's more cities down here for 3 or 4-player games. But anyway, so some stuff is gone because it tightens the board up. Actually, almost everything about the game tightens up when you play at lower player counts, except for the number of cards you have available to you, which is an odd choice that I will talk about when I get to the final thoughts. Anyway, though, all right, so Jane said, hi, I wanted a tradesperson, which she does not have a progress track on. She just went on ahead and built a building and kept it for me. And so she has left me another night. I am going to continue to travel the highways and byways, going from 8 down to 16, and hey, along the way, I got more cloth. So I'm getting closer to unlocking those 5 points by having all the textiles. Boom, that was that. Okay, and then Joan is next. We're going to draw a 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. And what does Joan want? Joan says, I fancy a scholar. There is a scholar, so she will take it. And she's going to use that scholar as a monk. Okay, well, first of all, she marks another progress on her personal scholar track, which says, hey, give me another flag, which is basically a victory point. And then she says, hey, do whatever my scholar trick is right now. And her scholar trick right now is, hey, make one try, don't actually do the action, just do another flag action and make one more progress on your knight track. So she gets another flag, each one of these. So she's made 5 points off her flags already, and she's just made another point off of her first knight also. So that was it for her, and she has left me 4 delicious decisions. And you know me, folks, I'm going to run this windmill into the ground with every merchant I can find. I get another coin, and I get another progress, which gives me another coin, which means I have just unlocked Villager D. Citizen D is all for me. And let's see, she can't get it now. Where was that on her list? I know she gets it from someplace, but it doesn't matter. She can't have it now because I got there first. Woo! Okay, so I now have 2 citizens. That one and that one, which means, if I can keep on making the progress, they're worth more and more points the more and I progress by using my merchants on this bike. Boy, I could really, those merchants could, I've got all this money. And here's the deal, folks. I want to spend this money. I talked about this right at the beginning, didn't I? About how if I spend all the money so as soon as I put a coin here, if I then spend all these coins, I unlock a farmer action plus a one-time flag bonus, because that's for one thing. So, also, if I completely fill up with coins and I would ever get a coin again and I don't have any place to put coins, every additional coin I would get would instead let me move forward on this track. And it starts out really weak, but these culminate all the way up to 3 and 4 points. So this could be, I think this adds up to like 28 points if you fill up this entire row. So maybe that's a long-term thing that I might pursue also. But anyway, I just kept on running that windmill like nobody's beeswax. Okay, and right, so Joan says, hi. I would like a tradesperson. There isn't one. I'd like a scholar. There isn't one. I'd like a merchant. There isn't one. Okay, I'll take a farmer. Wow, her 4th choice. And the farmer says, well, that doesn't make me feel good. But what is she going to do with it? Well, she marks 1 progress on her farmer track, which doesn't get her anything yet. And it says, hey, just do a little flag. But she has hit her 2-point flags now. So she's not complaining. Okay, she has left me, you know what? I'm going to go sailing. Takes me away to where I've always been. All right, so we're going this way. So now I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 cities I could build in, and I just got another cloth. Okay, and she is going to take that knight, which says, hey, okay. Oh, right. She just got a citizen. Arg. I don't know where that citizen comes from. It says she gets a citizen. How does she get a citizen? Where does it come from? I'm talking to you now, folks. I'm having to pause and edit this out. Circle a citizen. Oh, it's just, circle one of these. Oh, it's simple. Yeah, it's not, she's not keeping a citizen from me. She's just taking a citizen. Oh, and there was the bee that she can never get because I got the bee now. Okay, all right, cool. That's easy, 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 easy. Another drink while I'm at it, though. Whew. Okay. Oh, Twitch is twitching. Were you seeing like full camera twitchy stuff? God dang it. Well, here's the deal, folks. Very few people actually watch the extended gameplay. So not many people will see the twitches. I just got to live with it because I'm live. I can't fix it. And really, I think people are pretty forgiving of it anyway. I've never seen anybody ever complain about a Twitch on any of the videos they've ever shown up on. So are things playing smoother for you? It looks like there's not any lag, so that's nice anyway. But anyway, let's get back to it. Right, so she just got a citizen. Now, it's nice. She didn't take a citizen from me that time. She just basically got a bonus citizen. So, good for her. Alrighty, so she takes that. And, and she took a knight, but no, and I did not. She got another point for her second knight on her knight track. Which, again, I don't have a knight track per se. I just use knights to travel around. All right, and so now I'm up, and these are the final 4. That's why, at the beginning of the game, we took 2 out. So there were exactly 20 tiles, because now we are going to have finished our first trip through the bag, And after this round, we're going to throw everything back in the bag and go through it one more time. And then we tally stuff up. So what do I want? I'm really starting to feel ridiculous about this. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to use a merchant and take another coin and another progress with this windmill. I am certainly getting my money's worth out of it. And all right, so what does she want to do? She says, hi, I'm coming from the bottom. She wants a knight. She wants a, right, so she will take the trash person. And so she is going to build, right, so she marks another. Oh, hey, she's starting a bonus, a combo chain, just like I can do. She's going to get a monk. But before we do that, she is building her third building in City 11, which I can't. But you know what? Hey, I didn't even go to City 11. I don't care about City 11. But now she gets to do a monk that says, hey, do another shield and another farmer. Okay, so she got a little bit of bonus stuff out there. And now she has left me farmers and scholars. Now, the interesting thing about a farmer is their default action is they can get any good you want. So I could start using farmers to fill all these in to get these coins. Or I could use this farmer to get the last, and then I've got all my cloth. And if I would ever get cloth again, I instead get more progress on my flag, which I haven't gotten any progress on that yet. So, but, I am going to take a farmer. No, I'm not going to take a farmer. I am going to take this scholar, not to make one progress. I'm doing pretty good progress with the windmill. I'm going to do a charitable act up here because I'd like to get this finished. So that one gave me another coin and another progress. And now, if I use a farmer, and there's a farmer in my future, folks, because she's going to take one and I'm going to take one, I'm going to get this charitable act done and score a bonus monk action. Woohoo! Okay, so what do you want, Joan? You're going to take a farmer. You have to come all the way down here to get it, but you grabbed a farmer. You made, oh, and boom, she just got 5 points for all those farmers she's gotten. And she just did another step. So she has made 7 points off of that. Yikes. And meanwhile, though, my last farmer, my last charitable act, that gives me another coin, another progress, and I just got this. Joan could have taken this from me. You saw, she already took one from me right out of the gate. But I have now taken this. Joan cannot take this. This is a monk action. And hey, folks, guess what? I got another monk action down here. So I get to do 2 bonus actions on this turn, and they could be anything I want, including running my windmill. But you know what? Nope. I'm going to start building. I'm going to say that these monks are both crafts people because I want to get some buildings built out here and stop her from building because she's already built 3. So I will say that arbitrarily my first craftsperson, although to use a craftsperson, it says up here, a craftsperson either gives you a coin or you spend a coin to build a building. I'm going to spend a coin, boop, boop, to build a building, and I'll build it right here. So I've built this. This is worth points to me at the end of the game based on my progress, and she can't build here. And I'm going to use my other monk as a craftsperson as well and build down here, which gave me another thing to score at the end of the game. And I had to pay for it, so boom, boom, and look at that, folks. I just cleared out a row, and that gives me a bonus farmer action, and it gives me, I am the only person who can get that bonus flag action. And so right now, I get a farmer and a flag. So she could have taken that from me. It was possible. It just hasn't happened yet. So what am I going to use that farmer for? That farmer will get me my last. So I just unlocked 5 points there. Boom, 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 boom. My windmill strategy, I don't know if it's going to win me the game, but it's working. It's working for me so far. So that was it. And that was my turn. So Joan then goes to the bag and says, bag empty. Okay, time to put everybody back in. Do. And then 2 of them are randomly removed. And then we go through the bag one more time. Now, at higher player counts, what happens is in a given round, everybody just gets 1, but the lead player gets 2. And you go through the bag more times. But in a solo or 2-player game, we only have to go through this bag 2 times. So what does Joan have for herself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty, Joan. Oh, and also, when the bag gets emptied out, Joan, whatever these cards were, they're gone. And we just shuffle her deck and start over. Joan of Arc, what do you like? She says, start from the top, please, and give me a merchant. Ah, you can't have my merchants. I love my merchants. So she says, okay, I'll take a craftsperson then. Fine. She makes another step, which would get her Citizen B. Too bad I already got. Oh, wait, no. No. I got Citizen D. Where is Citizen B on here? Did she take Citizen B from me? Yes, she did. Citizen B is no more. I snagged Citizen D and kept that from her. So, I still want to work the progress up to make my citizens in my houses worth more, but one of the rewards is gone because she beat me to it. Joan of Arc. Alrighty. So, and, right. So she took that. Oh, and also she wants to build in city number 10 way over here. So that is off limits for me, and she has built a trade station in her third city. Okay. So what has she left me? For once, I have no merchants. I'm lost at sea. I have no idea what to do. So this is interesting. Now, remember, if I ever earn another cloth, since I can't fill them up anymore, instead, I just start working my way up this. And this could actually go to a lot too. The same will happen if I run out of coins. But I got to ask myself, do I want to start trying to do another charitable act? Because if I start working on this one, I could turn anybody into traveling. And the more I travel, the more stuff I fill up so I can fill in my stores and get points and other bonuses as well. So, do I do that? Or do I start working on this one? But remember, you saw the one on the edges, she could take really quick. So do I start working on this one and then as soon as I go there, she takes it away? This one would give me an extra merchant action, and you know how I love doing merchant actions. And this one says, hey, use a monk to get a good and a progress, use a captain to get a good and a progress, and use a scholar to get a good and a progress. Let's do it. I'm going to use a sea captain, not to go sailing. Although, if I go sailing here, yeah. Okay, I was going to do it for this, but nope, I'm just going to go sailing here, because look at this. I now have access to another city I can build in, but more importantly, I just picked up another progress and another wheat. So I'm starting to fill this up. Although if I fill this all the way up, it's 1 point. Why am I excited about that? I shouldn't be excited about that. But still, I am excited about the progress. One more progress, and then all of my buildings and citizens will be worth 3 points a pop. So, okay. I'm kind of second guessing myself. I think I should have done that instead. But I did it in pen. There's no going back. There is no eraser. Okay, what is Joan up to? Joan says, hi. I'm going from the top. Farmers? Yes. Phew. Okay, so she says farmer. So she marks another step on her farmer, which, by the way, is going to give her a monk action, which says, hey, do another farmer step. That is what her monk action is, and which gave her 5 points. But in the meantime, this says, hey, finish the next charitable act from this direction. So she can't do that one. And I assume that means she'll just do the next one, but I'm going to check. Alrighty. Where is that command? That icon. Here it is. All right, strike out one of the 4 beneficial deeds. If the arrow is from the right, strike out the next one to the left. If it's on the left, strike out the next one to the right. If all, all right, yeah, so she is going to take that out. Yep, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. So it's one less thing that Paulo can make fun of me in the Klingon subtitles. All righty. So I'm glad I didn't start working on this one because she just snagged it. It's done. It's done. Right. So, that was it for her. That was a pretty good turn. So, she has left me a craftsperson, which will let me build more buildings by spending coins. And the more I spend coins, the more bonuses I get. I think I like that. Or do I want to go travel the highways and byways some more? Or do I want to start working on this one because there's still a bonus available for it? Let's go ahead and build some more. So we can spend those coins and unlock more bonuses. Where do you get to do that? How many games do reward you for spending money beyond just whatever you got for spending your money? So I'm spending a coin. I have to start on the left of any column. Doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to finish this, or any row. And so I'm working my way for that. And let's just build another building. Hey, let's build a building 7. So I've got 1, 2, 3 buildings built. Now I haven't mentioned it yet, folks, but if you look at the small print of your board up here, there's a reminder at the end of the game, whoever built the most trade houses gets a bonus citizen. So I do not want to fall behind on that. Joan has built 4. I have now built 3. I want that citizen. Or more to the point, I don't want that citizen to go to her. So that tradesperson helped me out with that, and I've still got more places I could build. She, meanwhile, says, hey, I'm going to use a knight. And what am I going to use it for? She's just going to give herself another quickie citizen and another progress on her knight track. One of the ones that doesn't take anything from me. So that was that. Okay, cool. Let's draw 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And where are all my merchants? I mean, they're all in the bag. There are 5 of them in here, so there's going to be a round when several of them explode. It's going to be a mercantile explosion. So what do I want to do? I was just talking about it. Let's keep building. Let's spend another coin. Let's see. Now, I already spent that coin, didn't I? No, I guess I didn't. I feel like I already spent that coin. But I don't have it arcs here, so I guess I didn't. So I still got to spend another one before I unlock this and get 2 more progress. But I will build in another city that I can reach. This one right here. Okay, so now we're tied on buildings built. And she says, okay, from the top. Farmers? No. Scholars? Yes. So for her scholars, she takes a step on her scholar track, and she can't step on her scholar track anymore. And that says, hey, give her another progress. And then the scholar also said get a progress. So now all of a sudden, every one of her buildings and citizens is worth 3 points instead of 1, just like that. No! Okay, so do I want to go sailing? Do I want to go walking? Or do I want to try and finish this and get another merchant action? Or do I want to turn them into a monk and do whatever I want? Let's see. Well, I am running out of building. I can still build here. In fact, yeah, if I don't walk or sail, I can only build 1 more time. And she seems, in this game, to be pretty intent on building, though, the way it's just kind of gone. And yeah, that could be, you could win this game never building at all, and focusing on other things. But yeah, I feel like I probably should. Plus, remember, as I travel, I will get more goodies. Although, why am I collecting this stupid cheese for 1 point? Or these things? I should be going this way so I can unlock these 2 coins and then fill up, and so I can start getting those bonuses. So if I'm going to walk, is there a good place to walk? This gets me a cheese and a progress. Let's do that. I'm going to take a knight. I'm going to travel from 7 to 6, and that gave me my first cheese grommet, and it gave me another progress. So now all of my citizens and buildings are worth 3 points as well. Okay, she says, hey, I think I'm going to get a captain. I think, yeah, you are. Alrighty, so she takes the captain. That gives her another step on her captain track, and it looks over here, and it says, what is that? Oh, she takes, hey, remember, I earned this one, right? Because I did this one. She now says she's going to take the next one. And she got herself another flag. And now I was just about to finish that and get that bonus, and now I can't. How does she beat me? How does she do it? It's like she knew. So she took that, and we came to the E row. She took the next one available. So now I got to spend all these coins to unlock another unique bonus. Joan? All right. You're okay in my book, Joan. All righty. Meanwhile, I get a sea captain, which gives me a coin or lets me sail, which would come over here and get me another cheese, but I want to be going that way. You know what? Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start working on this one, and that gets me a good of my choice and another progress instead of traveling, and I will take a wine. So now I'm just about to fill up this line and get 2 coins. Fine. And then it's Joan's turn, and we've got 5 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Joan says, hi. I like scholars. And you've got it, Joan. No! Well, first of all, Joan at least cannot fill up her scholar track anymore. So that's nice. But what else does Joan do, folks? Of course, she finishes a charitable act. The one I just started on working. Come on, Joan! How did you know? Ugh. Okay, so that was that. She just shut that down for me. Wow. All right. And hey, but she didn't take my sweet, sweet merchant, so I could go back to the windmill. I'm really thinking, though. I mean, there's not much time left in the game. How many more things are in here? We have, what is this? 2 more rounds to go, and a lot of merchants coming. And at this point, I mean, I arguably should have bought some more buildings earlier in the game, so I could have been doing more cool stuff. But making an investment now, I'm not going to get many chances to use another building. None of these buildings give you, well, no, there's one building that gives you points. This one. This is the most complex building in the game. It says when you use a monk, and only a monk that, not a monk you got from a bonus action, but a monk you got by losing points, you can jump forward on the progress track to the next big milestone. So that could be a terrible timing thing to do or a great timing thing to do. If I had that building and I used it right now, I would jump all the way from here all the way over to there. But if I were here, I'd jump from here to there. But most of the buildings don't actually give you points. So as the game goes on, yeah, I mean, I really just ran this. Yeah. What am I going to do? You know what, folks? I think what I'm going to do right there is stop, because at this point, I think you've got a pretty good idea of how this game. We're going to do this for 2 more rounds. We're going to draft more stuff. We're going to try and eke out. We're going to try and stay in the lead for buildings. I'm going to try to get over here so I can have 4 points on my track. Plus, I'll unlock some more stuff along the way. I need to get this so I can get some more coins. If I start getting coins, I can start getting points off of that. So there's still a ways to go. But at this point, really, the only thing you haven't seen is final scoring. And that is really pretty straightforward. It's all summarized right here. You tally up the number of buildings or your trade houses you built plus your citizens, multiply it by the distance you got on your progress track. If you got any points for goods, if you got any points for coins, if I fill up this row, I get 4 points. If I pay this row, I get 7 points. If you got any if you got any points for not using monks, I haven't done this at all yet. I haven't needed to. Had some good stuff. And the points you get for flags, tally all that up. High points is the winner in Joan of Arc, the Orleans Drawn Right. And that was the run through, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Have a very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye. Phew. Okay. And guess what, folks? I just looked over at my giant clock. It's 2 o'clock. Oh, it's not 2 o'clock now. I just closed my giant clock. And I promised Ruel I'd rate him at 2. I promised you, but I guess I just like Ruel more than you folks, don't I? So, let's just see. Is he available for rating? He might not be ready yet. I don't know. Yep, he is. He is just sitting there patiently. So, folks, I apologize. I had hoped to finish the game. I'd hoped to finish the game and actually maybe do some Q&A with you, but obviously we spent way too much time on the voting and re-voting to get the exact same results of voting. Oh, that was so silly. But I will be back here next week with Ruel. We'll be doing another R&R show, and like I said up front, it's a special one because we are going to be revealing Black Friday cyber sale prices at Funnigan Games before the rest of the world knows. So you can do a little bit of advanced planning in your shopping. And good job, Kabuki Kid, you voted. Hooray. This was a nice respite from what's going on, but now that you've said that, as soon as I hang up and I've rated, I'm probably going to go look and see how early voting tallies are going. I shouldn't do that, though. I've done my bid. There's nothing more I can do. Just wait and see. But, folks, what you're going to do now is go and raid Ruel and have a great time watching him play Fit to Print. From the designer of Tiny Towns, it is an excellent game. I loved it. Amy and Maggie loved it, and we'll see what Ruel thinks when we raid him now. He's ready for you. He's got his hat on. So, folks, tell him Rahdo sent you. He knows you're coming. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raid! Go, 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 go! Okay. And hopefully that worked. It looks like it worked. Yes, I'm rating. Okay, sweet. And thank you for watching, everybody. I'll fill my final thoughts and get this up on the YouTube channel soon. Have a nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.